What the? Hmm. All right, hustlers, La Machine here. I don't expect many people to be out here on a Friday evening. I really didn't give much notice. I apologize. Actually, I haven't been out here lately. I got a lot going on. You guys know I don't make my money making YouTube videos. I make my money doing Amazon. So I got to do it. And it's working pretty good. Hey, what's going on, Mike? I appreciate you coming out, bro. Hope you've been doing all right. Uh Actually, I think I missed you last week in the private group. Um Probably just you and I. Make sure you give me a like for the algorithm. If there's anybody hiding in the background, let me know that you're here. Um I had some searches going. Guys, I'm not even going to lie. Woo wee. For those for thank you for the like. For anyone that is just getting started on Amazon, oh my God, it is getting hard. I mean, I'm using the software, I'm going out there and I'm looking for things and I'm restricted. I'm like, man, they don't want to let me sell nothing. Now, of course, I'm already established, uh, but that's all the more reason, guys. Don't mess around. Even if it's hard, be encouraged. Eventually, you'll find your way. You'll find your little niche and you can get in, make your mistakes, and get established because Amazon does this ever so often. And your positioning, that's going to determine where you are when the chips fall. Um, but yeah, let's just get to it. Let's see what's going on because I'm not going to be out here that long. I have had a long, long day. You guys know I work a regular job, and I work nights. So the only reason I'm out here right now is because this is one of my days off from my regular trucking job. And oh my God, on my days off, I was all over today. Um, Picking up at warehouses an hour away in each direction. I mean, so it was just a lot. Filling my van up like crazy. Hey, Sheila Gay, what's going on, Red? Thanks for showing up. Love you. Um, yeah, it's been crazy. I will tell you this though. Let me see if I can move around a little bit. If I can share my screen. Let's see. I don't know. Honestly, today is not one of my best days. Let's see here. Mm. So yeah. So that's inside my Cellar Central. I've only had what have I had so far? Uh 37 orders today for almost 950 for the last 7 days, 9,000. $325. Now, for the last 30 days, I've been hanging around 40,000 for my running total. But if you look, let me see, let me get in here. If I can find it. I'm horrible navigating. Let me see something here. Well, so if you look, well, let me see. This is so we're in May. So I guess I didn't do as good as I thought. Last month I did 38,000. Now, of course, I'm on Walmart too, but I thought I was a little closer to 40. I got to put in some work, guys. Uh, it's tough out here. But let's look at what's going on inside of tactical arbitrage. Now, remember, guys. Let me get to the home screen. Now, remember, um, if you're not using tactical arbitrage and you wanna try it, you get a free 14 days to try it out. I have a link, an affiliate link down in the description. Um, you cannot just get tactical arbitrage by itself like the good old days. It's actually better than the good old days because now you pay less and you get the whole suite of you see all these things you get: tactical arbitrage, Scout X, Scout IQ, Scoutify, Inventory Lab, Smart Repricer, Feedback Wiz, Inventory Lab, and your analytics. You get all this for even cheaper than what TA used to cost me anyway. I had the full suite and I really didn't even need it. But the point is this, hustlers, let's look in, and I'm going to refresh this. I'm going to assume for now that you guys know how to set up a search. If that's something you want to get into, let me know. Mark says, I'm getting tactical arbitrage tonight. My man, appreciate it, man. If you could use the link, it would help me out, cost you absolutely nothing. I appreciate it. But if you look at what I got going right now, so in process, I've got 4 searches, and you can see today is the 16th. These got started yesterday, but here's the thing, guys. I was a little more selective. I filtered down a little bit because it's kind of like, all right, there's no sense in me even looking at stuff anymore. If I don't see at least 4 sellers on the listing, it ain't even worth me looking at, because I already know uh as my cat comes into the screen. Treasure, what are you doing? I'm going live right now. Okay, she left. Good. She got more important stuff to do. But no, if you notice, I'm not getting that many results. I did automotive. I got 38 results. I did baby. I got 15 results. My category, which is grocery, and then you can see why. You see the difference? 94. And that's not a lot, but of all the searches I did, that one stands out. I did pet supplies and I only got 4. This is the reason, guys. There's so many reasons why I sell food. It's crazy. But here's another thing. Look at here. This is going to be important, so pay attention. We've got 4 in process. We've got 8 of them that were completed. There was a grocery from the 11th. I even searched the everything else category just to see what would come up. And guess what? 410 products showed up. Actually, you know what? We should just look at that. Under home and kitchen, only 54 products. I did beauty, 51 showed up. Another baby, but these are much, let me see. This is real old. I got to get rid of this. But the point is this is important. Hey, what's going on, Nate? You notice the same thing as far as how hard it's getting as far as even tenured sellers like us being restricted. Is that what you're saying? But no, watch what happens. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at this everything else. Let's see what happens. View results. Now look at you're only supposed to have 410 products or results, I should say. And see, that's wrong. Look at see how that moved. When it does that, a lot of times what I'll do, I'll go back and I'll hit it again. Remember, we should be looking at 410 products. The software can be a little flaky until you learn. Now, watch this time what I do. I'll reset the filters. Now, look, when you reset the filters, now it's showing all of the results under reverse search. This is everything. Remember, we were looking at what was completed, what's running. This is everything, and that's not what I want to look at. So after I reset the filters, I'll go back out again, and let's see if it act right. Well, that's better. It was supposed to be. Oh no, that's right. It was supposed to be 388, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, and that's the 388. I don't know how these came up under everything else. Oh, I see what you're saying. A lot of mismatches. Now listen, watch what I do here. Number one, I don't even want to look at. You see where it says IP claim? It says restricted. It ain't even no sense in me looking at that. So just go ahead and filter that out. So under restricted, I'm gonna deselect. Then I'm gonna say not restricted. I'm gonna apply that. And now you see that's green, letting you know that you filtered. We don't want to look at IP claim. For what? So we're going to say no. And we'll go unchecked as well. Now you'll notice, now we're down to 28 products. See what I'm saying? Now, here's another filter. Like I said, if it's not at least 4 sellers, but you know what? I'm going to be a little more liberal. I'm going to say 3 sellers for this. But typically anymore, if it's not at least 4 sellers, ain't even no sense in me looking. Now you can filter price if you want, but we ain't got that many to look at, so I ain't gonna worry about it. We're only looking at 16 products. Normally, I'm not looking at something that's gonna cost me $200, right? But you notice I got the price. This column represents my price that I have to pay. This represents the buy box. If the listing has a buy box, the spread ain't enough here. Okay. Spread ain't enough here either, but I will look at this a little bit further. So what am I going to look at? I'm going to look at estimated monthly sales. I'm not a big Barbie person, but watch this. I'll click on the image just to look and see what's going on. And what I'm looking at, you got 3 sellers. I'm kind of looking Let's see. So you got the buy box is 89.22, but you'll notice that's shipping from Amazon. Then you got somebody selling for 84.97. Then you got another Prime, another shipping from Amazon that's 98.99. There's there's not a big enough spread on that. Now, let me see here. Where is my clicking on inventory lab for a second? That's not what I wanted. What I wanted, uh, where'd that thing go? What I really wanted was my extension. Where is it? Not the Hummingbird. Scout X. So, this is something that you normally never see from me because I don't really use tools. I'll do my calculations the old fashioned way, just with a calculator. But remember, now I have Seller 365. So I got it right here. Now they're saying I'm supposed to be able to get this at Walmart. And again, I'm not really interested in this. I'm just doing this just to show you how this kind of works. This is not a good deal, but now, see, you're going to lose money. This is the FBA column. You're going to lose money, and I ain't even paid tax yet. Oh my God, their fees. If I merchant fulfilled it, I'm going to lose money. But here's where things get interesting, guys. What you could be doing, you could look at these guys, right? Watch this. You got 3 people selling. You could actually go into their store and get some ideas on what you might want to try. Okay. One of the easiest ways I have found to get ideas, to see what's selling, to see what you could be looking into, is to reverse search somebody else's store. Now, this guy only has 38 products, so you don't really need to run this through any software. What I would do is just sort of scan the way I'm doing right now and just get some ideas. I'm not into this, guys. I'm into food, so I would be reverse searching somebody with food. But a lot of times you start in tactical arbitrage and you're thinking, okay, it needs to start and end in tactical arbitrage. What tactical arbitrage or any other software that you use, one of the biggest advantages is that it gets you going. It gets you going down a rabbit hole. It starts you on a trail. And there's just so much that you can do once you get started. Now, watch this. Remember what I said. If I reset my filters, which it didn't do, watch this. I'm going to close this. Close that. I'm going to go back out. And remember how you go view results. Let's see if it lets me reset my filters. It didn't. Now, another thing you could do, you could just go all results. And that's another way. I was going to do it by resetting the filters. There's just all sorts of ways to use this software. But remember, now you got all your categories. So you could take your categories and you could filter it down to the categories that you want to look at. So here's your category column, and you got 31 categories going. You know, now I don't care because I already know once we filter down, we ain't gonna have much anyway. Watch this. Um, Apply that. Now you down to 158. The next thing you're gonna filter out is your IP, right? We're gonna take that out. We're gonna apply. Now you're down to 111. You'll notice I do not filter out hazmat, and that's because I do 100% right now. This is going to change, guys, but right now I do 100% merchant fulfilled. That's going to change though because I'm at 40,000 a month. My next step is going to be 45, 50,000 a month. What can I do with what I have? Guys, listen to what I'm telling you. A lot of times we want to increase our revenue, right? And so where do we start looking? We start looking everywhere else when where we really need to be looking is right in our own inventory, right in our own categories, right in the areas that we've already proven to ourselves that work. We got to say, hey, this is working. How can we make it work better? Right? Hey, what's going on, Wesley? Thanks for showing up, bro. Give me a like if you didn't already. Appreciate it. Um, and so if I'm looking at what I'm already doing and I'm saying, hey, how can I do more of what I'm already doing? Well, I do 100% merchant fulfilled. If I turn around and take those items and start FBA, and I'm gonna get naturally. I came into this whole game doing FBA, so I already know. I already know there's more profit in that. Well, not more profit. I already know I'm gonna make more sales going FBA, but I just didn't want to do it because I hate the lack of control. I hate my inventory getting lost. I hate my money being tied up and I can't control stuff. Okay, so now I filtered out and we got to have at least 3 sellers on the listing and we go from there. See, now this is my wheel horse right here. Popcorn, that's the kind of junk I sell. Although I already know this wouldn't work. Let me see. What's the store with this? Target. And here's why it probably wouldn't work. Let's look at it. And it's gonna supposed to cost us like $9.69. Well, see, I already know this is going to ship for like 2 pounds. I ain't got enough margin in that. This net profit, it's got to be bigger than this because this is the net profit before I go to box it up and ship it. So this ain't going to work. Now, I tell you what, though, this is what I would do, guys. You got to start thinking like a pro. You're saying this doesn't work. Okay, now what? Now you scroll down, look at that keeper chart. And if it's looking decent, you see enough velocity there. This is where you just this product just got logged into your memory now. This brand just got logged into your memory. So that when you go into your discount store like your Ollie's or like where I live there's literally horses and buggies on the street because I live around Amish. and Mennonite people, and they have their own stores, and they sell this same type of name brand stuff super cheap because they bought it, distressed or whatever it may be. They bought a whole trailer load, who knows? But I know that is a brand that I could make work. And get this. This is where y'all really got to start listening. What do I do from here? If I can find this product at the right price, like let's say I was able to find it real cheap for like $3. Well, now I can make this work. See this 12.29? Well, I already know I'm going to spend about $7, maybe 8 to get it shipped. I may use a free box because I showed y'all how to get free boxes. I may spend 30, 40 cents, maybe even, well, it's not going to be, but maybe even 50 cents for a box. I made money. I don't stop there. I turn the box over and see who's distributing it so that I can start getting it wholesale. Or when I get to the point where I'm clearing the shelves, I'm not buying it off the shelves anymore. Now I'm going to customer service and I'm saying, give me 6 cases. Guys, you got to start. Is this making sense? I don't know. Let's see here. 30, 45. Pack of 6. 29.60. Oh, never mind. It's 5 bars in a pack. It's a pack of 6. Never mind. Because I was about to say, ain't nobody paying no. Let me see. Oh, I see what the software did. The software added this up. Let's look. You know what? I used to do a lot with this brand too. This Bob's Red Mill. Let's see. Hold on a second. Wait, where did it go? I lost it. Okay. Oh no. Can't make no money off that. I wish I could. This one, let's look at this. So you get 8 packs for $14.44. $4.32. I bet I could make this work. Now, here's what I would do at this point. Thanks, Wesley. I appreciate it. Yeah, you're right. Even like Bob's Red Mill, they'll sell bags of grains and all types of stuff like that, flour, whatever it may be. It tends to be organic, I suppose. They have their own following. This is a great keeper chart right here. See, this is my type of product right here. These stupid whole grain peanut butter sandwiches. Now look at this is for one box, which I already know. I already know I can get these cheaper than this. Let me see what but even at that price, I could make this work. But I would probably pay about $3.50. And nobody was gonna tell me that I'm not showing my screen. Y'all want to look at my ugly mug? We supposed to be looking at the products. You guys are horrible. Yeah, this is perfect right here. And remember, this is the whole grain sandwich crackers. So that is a little different. It's the weird stuff, you know, a little different. I'm not gonna stay out here much longer, guys. I still got product I gotta bring in. I got product I gotta get inventoried. I got products that I gotta get that are not selling. I gotta look over things and get aggressive. At some point, I need to actually eat. So here's what we're gonna do because I love you. I'm going to, we got 2 pages. I'm gonna finish this page up, and then we're gonna do the second page, and then I'm out of here. So if you got any questions, if you got any comments, now is the time. Oh, Wesley, I bet you you would say the same about this brand. These Kind bars. Man, look at that keeper chart. Would you let me see. Pack of 8. Hmm. Keep your eyes out. I don't think. Oh, Dollar General. Hmm. They Dollar General can be funny. I actually mess with Family Dollar. Now, they're out of stock. You don't have to stop there. You could right click. You could go Google Lens, excuse me, and you can see if you can find it there. If you've got the software, Tactical Arbitrage, you can take that ASIN. You saw me just take that. And what could you do? You could go into analysis. You could go tactical edge. You could go paste that in there. You could fetch. Let's see what happens. That may take a minute. Wesley says, or the organic and clean food is all great. People pay way too much. Absolutely. Absolutely. But hey, they got to spend their money on something, right? All right. So while we're looking, we're gonna let that tactical edge run. It's weird. Sometimes it's quick. Sometimes it's marching to the tune of its own drummer. Let me see something here. Hmm. Another Kind bar. Da, da, da. See that restrict? Soon as you see that restricted buy box, well, there is no buy box. I already know this is my kind of product. Look at that keeper chart. And what am I looking at? When I look at the keeper chart, I'm going, okay, I see a lot of squiggly lines. There's a lot of velocity. And then I'm looking, how much is Amazon on it? Because Amazon does come on it. You kidding me? Amazon's selling one box for $21.99, $22 for one box. And then they'll turn around and tell you, oh, we're going to suppress your listing because you're violating our. Y'all do the same thing. Wesley said, I'm happy to take it from you. See, y'all be keeping me out here. I'm supposed to be leaving, but y'all start talking. Then I start talking. All right. So, oh no. I don't think we could make this work. 1749. Nah, ain't enough on that. Ain't enough meat on that bone. But the real deal is we all know that brand sells. That's all we need to know. Hmm. Nintendo Switch for that amount of money for a controller? Come on, money. Man, you got 35 sellers on this. What am I missing? I used to sell this kind of stuff. I don't get into it anymore. That can't be the same thing. 44.50. Yeah, you know what? So here's the thing. I don't want to tie up this kind of money to make that kind of profit. Okay. You went FBA on this, and this they're talking about you making $5. They ain't counting what it took you to ship the product in. I don't think. Let's see. Wesley said I got into gluten free because my mom found out she was gluten intolerant. Yup. Good. That's good info, Wesley. Mike, you saying they won't let you sell it? You know what? I don't know if I can. It's saying I can sell it, but let me see. Let me throw it in there and see if they'll let me sell it because I don't think they will. If you're hard gated, believe it or not, there's a good chance that I'm also hard gated. And I have a theory about that. I've talked about it in my private group. I really think Amazon gives you a lane and it's up to you to get in that lane. And if you don't, they're just gonna make it difficult for you. Well, it looks like they're gonna let me sell it. If I get this far, I guess I can sell it, huh? Like I said, I'm not interested because I don't want to pay. I don't want to tie up uh, that kind of money. I don't. I don't want to spend $45. You see, yeah, that's it. Ay, ay, ay. So this particular listing, it didn't even get started until what was this? May, I guess. Yeah, this is weird. I don't know. So it's only been I don't know. Hey, what's going on, Will? Thanks for showing up, man. Give me a like if you didn't already. I appreciate it. Wesley says, I don't know how many people who can still sell. Yeah, but the thing of it is look at when you got 35 people selling both, you know, look at you got 34, 35 people selling this. They must be letting them. I'm seeing a lot underused. But then you got new. I don't know. You guys want to look a little bit further? Let's see what's really even happening. Uh they ain't letting us. It says it's outdated, the historical data. So I don't know. Let's go back over. We had tactical edge going, and we were looking at these kind bars. And you could, once you pull it up into tactical edge, you can hit reverse search. Uh, yeah, Wesley said that's why I asked. It's odd, huh? All right. Yeah, you got to have some patience sometimes with this software. So we'll let that do go through its thing. Um, hmm. See, when you see this little suppressed, you already know it's a suppressed buy box. And actually, what you could do, the software, I like suppressed buy boxes. So you could actually only view your suppressed. If you were like me, I like suppressed buy boxes. Let me see something here. Well, first of all, Walgreens, ain't nothing happening. Second of all, Walmart, that's a third party seller right there. Keep your eyes open though. This is a product that could work for you. Okay, so the reverse search is done and it's no good. But the software will attempt to reverse search for you for what it's worth. All right, we got one more page, and I don't even know how much is on there. Nah, just a little bit. Wesley says clearance retail arbitrage at Walgreens is legit. All right. I don't even have a Walgreens in my area. Guys, I got a video coming out, and one of the things I talk about is leaning into your advantages. What is your advantage? If Wesley tells us that Walgreens is a good place to source at if you know what you're doing, and we know that everybody doesn't have a Walgreens, then I guess Wesley has an advantage. Guys, if you're going to be a small business owner, you're small. The only thing you got really is your advantages. How many times am I going to tell you guys, yeah, you watching my numbers and they look great, but I live in South Central Pennsylvania. That means I am in the snack food capital of the United States. By location, I have an advantage that a lot of people don't. So you can't do it. It's not going to work as good for you. But where you are, chances are you got some advantage that I don't have. Lean into it. I can't tell you what your advantage is. Oh man, you know what? This brand right here, they make seasonings for popcorn. And people buy this junk. They come out with these weird flavors, and sometimes if you can find the right flavors, you can get something going here. Now, in this particular case, probably not going to work so well. But watch this. If you sold it for $10, 10 cents, and they claim you can get it for $3. Well, I don't even see. Here's another one, guys. This Myers, I don't have, but you might have it. Cost you $3. This little thing, by the time you're done, you might make $1. I'm okay spending $3 and walking away making $1. You see what I'm saying? Because by the time I ship this little bitty 3-ounce bottle, which all I'm gonna do is stick it in a poly bag anyway. I don't care. They said cheddar is good. Now, are you saying it's good to sell or you eating it? We ain't talking about you eating. Now let's get a little deeper. This is what Nate taught me right here. I'm gonna go data. Did you see? While that's fooling around with that, oh, it went away. Oh, there it is. Look at this. Which at that price, that still wouldn't work. I can't help it. I gotta look at it. But you got 12 people selling this. Because this is a multi-pack. And this is how you make this work. So we're going to stay here. We're going to go offers. Oh, you got it. Nate says, watch your expiration dates. Wesley says, both. Nate says, sell any. You guys are horrible. All right. Include historical data. It looks like all your primes are really getting the bulk of it. Because what we're looking at in the last 30 days what sold. And if you notice, these are all prime. And when you get down to the merchant fulfilled or whatever, not very many. But this just isn't a good example. I don't know what these guys are doing, but again, remember, now, see, when you guys are serious about this business, no time that you spend out here searching, none of that time is wasted. Okay. Because now when you come across this brand again, you're going to be looking. Okay. You're going to be seeing what you can make work. You may see this at a discount store. You may decide to find the wholesaler for that brand and start wholesaling. I mean, it's just so much when you're serious about business. This is weird because I know I'm restricted for Reebok and I don't sell shoes anyway. Too many people finessing out here. These ain't even a match. This is why you can move these columns around the way you want. This is why I keep the pictures next to each other because that ain't no good. These I used to sell. Nate says it moves. FBA is talking about those that popcorn seasoning. These I used to sell. I forgot who distributes these in my area. I got to get back on these. This is one box, man. And these people are getting, oh my God. Yeah, we gotta get on this. This is the last one we're gonna look at. So I'm gonna go data offer. Karen said, I can source at Meyer when I travel to Michigan in August. Sounds like another business trip. I can't stand you. One of these days, I'm going to take a business trip. Include historical last 30 days. And see, I like these. Nobody's FBA on this. And I'll tell you why. Because the expiration dates are tight. So this guy's getting the lion's share on this. See, now this is what I would do with this guy. When you see somebody that's aggressive like that, and if your computer isn't locked up like mine is, I would open this up. I would go to this guy's store. He's selling audio CDs. Is anybody still selling that? Wow. And you'll notice, guys, because I'm using the extension Scout X, it's loading more data that I can look at. And it's really nothing different than probably the other software that you guys are using. Mhm. Almond Brothers. Boy, he sells a lot of music. A lot of Almond Brothers. Man, oh man, he is across the board here. He's all over. I mean, how do you go from now we into DVDs and then eventually we get into Twinkies? Come on. Wow. I guess people still into this stuff. Wow, that's crazy. All right, I'm gonna start wrapping up. I was looking to get into some more. Now, this is the type of store. What I would do, what you could do, you could take that ASIN, you could come into tactical arbitrage, you could go under reverse search and you could say search seller products, and that's where you would put the seller ID. I wouldn't do that. What I would do is take that store, and I don't think you can't see, I don't think you can see my screen when I do this, but I would go into tactical expander. Actually, maybe what I need to do. Yeah. I would come into tactical expander. I put his store there and just boom, go. Because now, mind you, it doesn't matter. I could do it inside of tactical arbitrage, but you'll notice they only allow you to do that 8 times in a billing cycle. Okay. Uh, you can do better than that. A lot of you guys got other software that'll let you reverse search stores. You can probably do it in Keeper. Haven't went that direction yet, but I'm still going. Okay. Well, I'm going to wrap it up, guys. I got to give me something to eat, and then I got to get right back to work. Momentum is the key. Um, so I got to make sure I keep mine, and at the same time, you guys already know if you need me, there's my number, and it's also down in the description as well. Um, Let me know if you need any help. If you already tried to reach out to me in the last day or so, as soon as we get off of this live, I'm going to check my hustler phone and see if there's anything you need help with. Oh, there's another comment. Nate said you can do it in Keeper. Okay, cool. Absolutely, guys. It's my pleasure to be here. I will return as soon as I can. I promised you that, and I'm going to keep that promise. But I'm busy, just like you, and I got to get to the bag. If I was one of these gurus and all I did, and I made my money by just doing this, Well, I have all the time in the world, but see, I have to do things like bend, reach, lift, stretch, right? Tote that barge, lift that bale. Absolutely. I'll see you on Sunday. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you later. La Machine, I'm out.